You can see these Coweta Tigers grabbing their hips early in this game. As you can check out the starting lineup over here. You see number 1, Connor Lupit, number 18, Blake Faulkner, number 2, Jackson Purdue, number 16, Scott Taylor, number 9, Jose Estrada, number 0, Fisher Taylor, and the goalkeeper, and number 7, Alex McElmore, number 15, Trapper Taylor, number 10, Riley. Oh, and what an aggressive move defensively by number 4, Abraham Hernandez, to come up and steal that ball away. Controls possession. Chris Ramirez assists with clearing the ball out before Gibson regains possession once again. A nice pass up the field to number 15, a dish back to number 10. Going up the field is number 16. He crosses in the middle, and a good job by Dylan Rosemond to get in the way of the cross and get the ball out of bounds. And a corner kick will be coming up next. Let's see what Fort Gibson can do with this here. And number 18 gets a running start at it. Blake Faulkner, and a nice save over there. Chris Ramirez tries to clear it but misses the ball, and again it goes out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to be Coweta's possession this time. And you can see the starting lineup over here for the Coweta Tigers. Parker Roberts, Garrett Gruel, Dylan Rosemond, Abraham Hernandez, Gage Creekmore, Chris Ramirez, Caleb Rowley, and Brody Rocker. Across and a goal! That's number 10 for the Fort Gibson Tigers, coming across the middle. A great cross, and Riley Davis with the goal. Check it out one more time. The cross in the middle, and right there to hit it on the back of the hill is Riley. What a showing by these Fort Gibson. Check it out one more time. Just gets across, gets a nice cross in the middle. Not too much, not too soft. Just a nice, beautiful, brilliant cross. And in the goal, Riley puts it. And that's another score for the Fort Gibson Tigers. And another goal. That's number 9 for these Fort Gibson Tigers. That's Mr. Estrada knocking it in. That's the second goal right there from number 10, Riley Davis. And then a third one by Mr. Estrada. And you can see the frustration on Parker Roberts' face, the goalkeeper. And it kind of seems like the trend of this tournament is everybody's scoring in streaks right now. You saw that Muskogee Coweta game we had earlier. Those 3 goals by Muskogee kind of came bang, bang, bang. The last game that we had with Fort Gibson, they kind of scored in another streak of their own. Bang, bang, bang. And now you see the Fort Gibson boys going on a little streak of theirs with 3 goals in this first half, and we still have a little under 13 minutes remaining. You can see some reserves coming in for the Fort Gibson Tigers. Looks like it's number 8, Josh Burris, and number 7, Alex McElmurray. Uh-oh, looks like Chris Ramirez might have a chance, and no, he is denied. Physically denied as he takes a big shot there on the 15-yard line. And he's had an impressive tournament as far as the first game coming into play. He was very aggressive. One of the main athletes that was running around out there, Chris Ramirez. Takes a nice shot here. Hopefully he is able to get up. See, he gets up gingerly and is assisted. And there's number 9, Jose Estrada, who scored that last goal, making it 3-0 for Fort Gibson. And you got to give it up to these Coweta Tigers, though. They're coming off a tough game from Muskogee, where they tied 1-1. And now they're going up against this tough, athletic, fierce Fort Gibson team who's kind of taking it to them right now, but I don't see Coweta laying down anytime soon. Let's see if he can race the ball down, and he can't, out of bounds. And Coweta will have an opportunity to throw this one in. But less than 9 minutes left in this first half. Again, taken away. You've been almost living on Coweta's side of the field. Had a hard time Fort Gibson athletes and getting a chance for them to go the other way and put some points on the board. Again, driving. Number 9, Estrada, putting the ball in place. Let's see if he can get to it before it rolls out of bounds. He saves it and falls out of bounds. but Coweta regains possession of it. Let's see if they can go the other way. No, it's stolen and taken away by a Fort Gibson player. Can't really see the number right now. And they kick it back to the goalie, who probably is the only action he's seen all night. So they can clear it, push it up the field as they're doing right now. Ball rolls out of bounds as Coweta chases it to try to get a inbound in. Oh, and a nice move over there by number 7 for Fort Gibson, Alex O'Maro. They take a shot, and a good job by the goalkeeper getting on one knee, picking it up, and hopefully sending it in the other direction. Riley Davis gains possession of it. Kicked over there to number 1. Connor puts it up the field. Jose Estrada has it. They got another shot at it, and a good job defensively by number 5. Garrett comes up with the big-time defensive play as the goalkeeper was out of the box. And a good job by Parker Roberts, that is, the goalkeeper, to come over and kick it out of bounds before Fort Gibson can take another opportunity. And the ball sails. And a good job by Roberts coming down with that one. Roberts trying to settle in a little bit, took a that last couple of minutes earlier in the first half were kind of rough for him right there. 3 goals. And they were magnificent goals by these athletes from Fort Gibson. Jose Estrada comes up and controls the ball, has a chance, is in the middle, crosses it, and it's a goal! Nice pass by Jose Estrada. And check out the replay as we can see the goal. Jose doing a good job of controlling the possession and bringing it down, and he crosses it in the middle of the play. The goalkeeper focused on him, and on the other side, I didn't get a chance to see what number it was who scored the goal. It all happened so fast, but you can see the frustration by the goalkeeper. Take another look at it right here. Jose doing a good job of controlling it, gets it across here, and you forget somebody's waiting on the other side and still can't see who was the one that knocked that thing in, but it was a tremendous, brilliant pass by Jose Estrada. And I believe one of my producers in my ear just told me that it was number 20, Seth Rowan. You can see him right there. Seth doing a good job of being at the right place at the right time. And Seth Rowan knocks in that 4th goal of the evening for Fort Gibson. And Eric told me this Fort Gibson team was pretty good and they had a rich tradition of being great soccer players, but I was unaware. As you can see, the corner kick go up and almost another opportunity to put more points on the board for Fort Gibson before the half. But this is a tremendous varsity boys soccer team, and they are putting on a display of brilliance here in this first half. I'm telling you right now, Parker Roberts is going to have to figure out what he wants to do and when he wants to come out of this goalie box, because every time he seems to come out, Fort Gibson capitalizes on it. Just think he's going to have to make some more decisive decisions, and ones that are better for the team. And with 25 seconds left, I think Fort Gibson is pleased with their performance here in the first half. I don't think they have any problem going in to halftime with a 4-0 lead. As the buzzer sounds, what a dominating performance by the Fort Gibson Tigers here in the first half, putting on a brilliant display of soccer here in the Muskogee Round Robin Tournament. We're going to go into halftime again, 4-0, and we're going to see if the Coweta Tigers can figure some things out and hopefully get on the board and make this a better matchup here in the second half. We'll be back here in a short second.
Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer one line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
You have a voice, a right to stand up against overpaying for data you don't use from companies that don't live where you live. We are Bravado Wireless, and we are here to answer your call for a better plan right here in southeastern Oklahoma. Now get 2 lines with unlimited talk and text and 14 gigabytes of shared data for only $64.99 a month, because costs should never stop you from connecting with those who mean most to you. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back to second half action of the Muskogee Round Robins Tournament. Looking at both of these teams right now, you're looking at Coweta Tigers versus the Fort Gibson Tigers. The Fort Gibson Tigers kind of taking it to these Coweta guys who are playing on their second game of the day. We're at the Indian Bowl in Muskogee right now. Although it's one-sided right now, still a brilliant performance from the Fort Gibson Tigers in the first half. A bunch of guys getting a turn at scoring. It was number 15, Trapper Taylor, number 10, Riley Davis, number 9, Jose Estrada, and then again, number 9, Jose Estrada with a brilliant pass to number 20, Seth Roman, who got onto the scoring board as well. Let's see if Coweta can go ahead and put some points on the board in this second half and get their legs back under them and put on a strong performance, because if it goes the way it did in the first, it's not going to be pretty. Looks like Fort Gibson is starting the second half the way they did the first, regaining possession and controlling the pace of the game. That one finds Seth Roman over there on that left side at the bottom of your screen. Good job by the Coweta defender knocking away, and it goes out of bounds. But Fort Gibson regains possession of it, and they will throw the ball in. Fort Gibson doing a good job of sharing the ball and spreading it around early in the second. Takes a nice shot, but a good job by the goalie, and it looks like we got a new one in for these Coweta Tigers. It looks like it's the freshman Jackson Long who comes into the game, number 00. Looks like he just has a 0 on his back, but the last 0 was Parker Roberts. So I'm going to take a guess, and educated one at that this new one is Jackson Long, the 00 on the roster here. Like to see the fight in Coweta as they try to regain possession of the ball here. Looks like Alex McElroy has the ball. Good job by the goalkeeper, coming up with the beautiful cross by Alex. But Jackson Long gets in the way of it and does a good job of judging where the ball's gonna be, gets on it, controls it, and gets it away. Hopefully Jackson Long can be the answer that this Coweta Tigers soccer team has been looking for in this game. Sometimes when it's not your night, it's not your night, and so they ask Jackson Long to come in and help them out here. That ball goes out of bounds. You see Jose Estrada comes over to grab it. It looks like number 3, Zane Hazen, will come in to throw it in. And it's a nice ball by number 2 down there, Jackson Purdue. And Coweta doing all they can to try and get that ball away from their own territory. Ball in the middle of the field. Coweta still doing all they can to kind of get that ball into the Fort Gibson territory. I think we've seen the goalie for Fort Gibson touch the ball all of 2 times tonight. And it looks like they're going to call offsides over there on number 20, Seth Rowan. Seth Rowan, guy that has 1 goal tonight off of the brilliant pass of number 9, Jose Estrada. Again, Fort Gibson regains possession. And Coweta just knocks it out. Looks like it got a little chippy over there on the sideline. Over there with number 21 for Coweta, Dylan Rosemond. And number 20, Seth Rowan. Again, a nice pass. Jose Estrada coming down. He crosses. He taps. He tops on a dime. He puts the ball in play for one of his teammates, and that looks like Seth Rowan, but Rowan cannot get the tap in, and it is out of bounds. Another Estrada to Rowan opportunity for us to display, and Rowan can't knock it home. Streaking down the sideline, he crosses, and it's just too high. And Rowan can't run it down. Fort Gibson regains possession. Looks like they're trying to set up the offense. Oh, and a nice spill is taken over there on the outside. Just seems like number 4 for Coweta, Abraham Hernandez, didn't see number 15 for the Fort Gibson Tigers come out of nowhere. That's Trapper Taylor. And they both are able to get up on their own 2 feet and remain in the contest. Looks like a bunch of subs are coming in for this Fort Gibson team. 3 on, 3 out. A couple for, excuse me, not a couple, just 1 for Coweta. Getting some fresh legs in there. The goalie tries to come up with the stop on the corner kick. And he misses the ball, and then another shot at it, and it hits the left upright, goal post. And luckily for Long, it doesn't go in. And another corner kick, just a throw in. Again, Fort Gibson regains possession. A good save by the goalie. Another one. Seems like he's been the difference in this second half. Jackson Long doing a good job of keeping these Fort Gibson Tigers out of his net. Coweta regains possession. They missed. There was almost an opportunity, a little window right there for Coweta to go on the attack, but they regained possession. Fort Gibson's goalie, and I better call his name now before there's no opportunity to give him any credit on the night. And it looks like that's number 0, Fisher Taylor. Aggressive header right there by number 10, Riley Davis. Estrada leading the pack. He slows down, tries to cross it, and a good job by number 5, Grant, and a better job by the goalie, Jackson Long, coming up with the big-time save. Take a look at that replay right there at that big-time save by Jackson Long. See, he's been very observant since he's come in the game here in the second half. Oh, and looks like Coweta has a man. They have an opportunity, and he just can't make it past the Fort Gibson defense. And it looks like there's going to be a A whistle blown on number 1 for Fort Gibson. Connor Lupe. Jose Estrada puts the ball in the middle of the field in nice placement. And it looks like number 7, oh, but a good job by number 0, Jackson Long, the goalkeeper for Coweta, again coming up with the big-time save. Estrada again forcing the issue, coming down the middle. He found Seth, and another save by Jackson Long. One-arm save this time. Look at that. That was a big-time save by Jackson Long to reach out with one arm and stop that on the ground. Check out the replay. Look at this. Coming across like a streak of glowing light and saving it from going inside the net as Seth Rowan was threatening to score. Again, Rowan coming in and Jackson picking it up off the turf. Strong second half performance over here by Jackson Long. We're seeing a very, very impressive second half by him. And again, Jackson Long goes for the save. And number 7, slow to get up as you check out the replay right here. Not taking any chances, and he just bulldozes over number 7, Alex McElmore Murray, as he flexes over there. It's okay, big fella. It's okay to celebrate a little bit, show off them guns. Big fella, okay. Goalkeeper flexing on him. But again, Rowan takes an opportunity, but the whistle is blown and he is offsides. Jackson Long is making a name for himself in this tournament, though. This is something the coaches have to keep an eye on. They have to maybe after this game change up the depth chart a little bit. You can hear the coaching staff clamoring for more accurate passes by this Coweta bunch. Again, they're threatening to score. Estrada kicks the ball back and just sails right over the goal. That's number 10, Riley Davis, attempting for his second goal of the night, and it just sails over everything and everyone. With less than 10 minutes left in this game, still a score of 4-0 with the Fort Gibson Tigers leading the way. Nothing being scored in the second half, though. A good job since he's entered the game has Jackson Long. Fort Gibson again racing to score, and Jackson Long does a good job of racing out, being decisive, and making the decision to show off the speed and come get the ball, not allowing this team to score. Almost makes you wonder where this game would be at right now if Jackson Long may have got the start tonight, especially the way he's been performing in the second half. Jackson Long says enough of this and decides to come up and get the ball and clear it. And for the maybe fourth time tonight, Fisher Taylor gets an opportunity to get his foot on the ball. And he takes a strike, and a nice bat away from Jackson Long. Did we expect anything else? Strong performance by Jackson Long in the second half. You can't say it enough. Especially from the big-time shot by Josh Burrows. Burrows coming in and had an opportunity. He had a window, took a big shot. Jackson Long denies it as he exits the game with a strong second half performance. And he'll give an opportunity for another goalkeeper to come in and try his hand. Looks like that's Trey Dreyer, and he'll be tested soon. Other than, well, wait, nope. Looks like Garrett had other plans in mind, and he gets that ball away and pushes it the other direction. And Coweta in that Fort Gibson territory right now, and it feels like it's been the first or second time all night that they've done so. But still can't make anything happen while they're down there. And a great pass. Estrada with some speed is going down. He passes it out to the outside. See if there can be a nice cross. See if somebody can make a play. Looks like number 8 is down there. Estrada regains possession, and he scores! What a play by Estrada. With people hanging and draping all over him, he still manages to gain possession and put that ball in the corner of the net. That's the second goal on the night for Estrada, and you could see all of the second half he's been knocking on the door, and this time it finally goes in. Check out the replay right here. You can see he gains possession as not one but 2 defenders of Coweta is on his back. And you can see the goalkeeper kind of puts himself in no man's land, especially the way Estrada hits the ball to the opposite side of the net. Maybe they should have kept Jackson Long in there. Another cross. That's a good job by the goalie. Trey Dreyer deciding to come up and get the ball. Check out the replay right here. Another attempt by Fort Gibson, and just a nice save by the goalkeeper, Trey Dreyer. And then a great save also by number 5, Garrett, to just kick that ball out of bounds. Now a corner kick up here by Fort Gibson. The ball's up. And a header by one of the Coweta players to get the ball away. And with less than 2 minutes left in the game, this one seems to be decided with a 5-0 score by Fort Gibson, and still playing hard. It's good to see this team play hard from buzzer to buzzer, never giving up. They put on a strong performance. Let's be honest, folks. A sheer dominance from start to beginning. I mean, other than Jackson Long coming in the game in the second half and putting on a strong performance before he exited and another goalkeeper came into the game, this Fort Gibson team as a unit was very, very impressive. And we got to see a treat, and I'm guarantee you we'll be hearing a lot from them the rest of the season, and they'll be making a lot of noise. A very impressive performance, a very impressive team. And that's the buzzard, and that's the end of the game. Again, the final score, Fort Gibson Tigers 5, the Coweta Tigers 0. A very strong and dominating performance by these Fort Gibson Tigers. There's not much more you can say. See it from buzzer to buzzer. They were the team to beat, and they could not be stopped. A score by 4, count of 1, 2, 3, 4 different Fort Gibson Tigers, 2 by Estrada, Jose Estrada that is, and that's the end of the ball game. We'll be back in a couple of minutes after a couple of commercials from Bravado. We'll catch you here in a second.